In today's video, we're going to be taking a look here at multiple potential upcoming major snowstorms, as well as extremely cold air on the way as the polar vortex makes an appearance. Real quickly, let's talk about my consulting company, Prestige Weather. We're closing out an amazing year with so many happy customers. If you're looking for more than the generic hourly or daily forecast that can be so frustrating and very broad, look no further than Prestige Weather. We help out individuals and businesses alike. If you're an individual looking for better, more accurate, and direct weather information, be sure to subscribe to our standard package. That's only $4.99 a month. You get early access to direct weather, seasonal, and monthly forecasts, also weekly one-on-one calls with us talking about the weather, and regional forecasts cater to your area. If you're a business, organization, or event manager, be sure to email us at prestigeweather@gmail.com or use the sign-up sheet on our website business section. We would love to work with you. We've been helping out so many businesses, organizations, and events just like yours plan for the weather ahead. We offer consulting calls, texts, and emails catered to your exact location of need. We will be on standby during your job or event and give you updates from start to finish. We also offer long-range, medium-range, and short-range forecasts. We can help with rainfall and snowfall forecasts, plus the timing of onset and ending, which is so important. We pride ourselves on being highly flexible, and we're always willing to deliver on your specific needs. Put a meteorologist in your pocket so you no longer have to guess what the weather will do. All right, now we did upload that Direct Weather 2.0 video. Be sure to check it out in the description and pinned comment down below if you want to see the temperature anomalies for that polar vortex appearance, as well as what the Canadian model has to say about all of these major snowstorms. We have that available on that Direct Weather 2.0 channel or in the description and pinned comment down below where you can find that. Let's dive into things. As we take a look here, we are going to see multiple major storms, as I mentioned. Definitely some coastal ones as well, which is a big change if that does in fact take place, because most of these storms have been interior, and by most of them I mean actually all of them now that I think about it, unless you're in New England. Let's go ahead and take a look, and as you can see already, by the time we're reaching tomorrow afternoon, we see this storm number 1 here is a 980 millibar low pressure center over southern Illinois, bringing heavy snowfall to the Chicago area, Wisconsin area, Iowa, southern Minnesota, and Michigan here, as well as northern Missouri. That is the areas we're taking a look at. We also have a storm back west impacting the northwest, bringing snowfall throughout the Sierra Nevadas and northern Rockies there. And also severe weather is going to be a big impact for the deeper south area, as this storm is one of those triplet storms that we talked about, as these storms almost look identical as they come in. So impacts are going to be quite similar. Don't know if they'll be as intense, but definitely very, very impactful regardless. As we just move towards the overnight hour, Friday into Saturday, more like late evening really when I think about it, maybe about 9 p.m. here, we see this low is down to a 971 millibar low pressure center over southern Michigan. We can see this is bringing extremely heavy snowfall to the east and west and north of this low. That rain snow line sitting just to the south of the low as normal. We do see a secondary low setting up in between the two Carolina states there, and this is surely bringing thunderstorms and wind to the southeast. So this is kind of a double header here, to say the least. As cold air is diving in behind this, we're going to see this storm look pretty snowy for most of the western areas impacted. The secondary low does get down to a 997 millibar low pressure center offshore of Cape Cod. Again, probably still bringing some heavy rainfall and strong winds, alongside some heavier snowfall for the Adirondack, Green, White Mountains, as well as the hilly regions of northern Maine. Our primary low is down to a 973 by this point, so certainly an extremely strong system. Cold front is stretching just like this, and your warm front is up above. And this is really, really impactful, to say the least, and it's giving way to this major polar vortex moving in. We still have some storminess over the west, kind of between the Cascades and Sierra Nevadas there, and some of the Rockies impacted by this as well. Definitely very, very interesting, to say the least. By Sunday afternoon, we have intense cold air here over these north central regions. Definitely some snowfall sliding to the south of this as we see storm number 2 taking place. Again, if you want to see about these temperature anomalies, they're going to be very, very extreme. Take a look at that Direct Weather 2.0 video. Let's go ahead and keep going, and we do see an interesting storm taking place in the deeper south. As we know, when we get this very unseasonably cold temperatures, we get very unseasonable storms. And we do see that, in fact, taking place. Snowfall in Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, Tennessee, northern Mississippi, and areas of Kentucky and Illinois as well. Definitely a deep diving southern low here with plenty of cold air to work with here by Monday on the 15th. By the time we reach Tuesday here on the 16th, we see this low wants to begin developing offshore of Georgia and South Carolina. This is bringing even further deep south snowfall like Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, Kentucky, and through into West Virginia as well. Not even a strong low yet, but it does have a lot of cold air to work with. It begins to develop as a 1,002 millibar low pressure center here, now primarily bringing snowfall to the mid-Atlantic like Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, D.C., the Delmarva, and up into New Jersey as well by Tuesday afternoon there. And by the time we're reaching Wednesday morning, we can see that this one actually hangs near the coast, 996, still bringing snowfall there to New England. So this low is pretty far offshore, but close enough to where we get this kind of coastal snowfall here for these pockets. Keep in mind, any ticks to the east, and this one is going to disappear for the United States, at least it will appear. If it moves west, we could see a more interior snowfall, probably more major in that case as well. So there is a lot of variables here at play. We also have another major system moving in through the northwest, bringing snowfall to the Cascades and northern Rockies there. As we keep going and move towards Thursday here, we can see that that one actually pretty much for the most part weakens down to a lighter showery system as 1,000 millibar here over the north central states. Snowfall showers perhaps. As we move towards Friday though, we see things rapidly intensifying on Friday the 19th here. 989 millibar low pressure center in between Pennsylvania and Ohio. And this actually gives way to another very deep and very intense cool down that is now moving in, bringing another round of severely cold temperatures to the central states and some of the eastern states as well. This one actually has ample moisture to work with as it's tapping into some of that Gulf moisture. So watch out. We're already seeing some pretty far deep south snowfall as well as the Ohio Valley. So definitely an impactful system if it does take place like this. And it's interesting, it really quickly passes off a lot of the energy to the secondary low that's taking place over near Virginia and Delmarva there. And as you can see, this is going to progress things into a more coastal system as it rapidly intensifies down to a 981 millibar low pressure center and bringing heavy snowfall to portions of the mid-Atlantic and Northeast. So perhaps another coastal system in the cards here for the 19th, 20th time frame. Also, we have building warm air out west, which, as you know, is called a positive PNA. Really encourages this cold air to dive southward over the eastern states. And as we get to the end of this model run, we actually do see this all come to mostly an end as this low is down to a 959 millibar low pressure center, which is extreme. And this is bringing widespread snow showers as a result of that very intense low pressure. Take this with a grain of salt. Anytime a model is showing anything beyond 5 or 7 days, you want to take it with a grain of salt, but especially when it's showing something on the very extreme side here, definitely something to watch, but also take with a grain of salt there, as I mentioned. GFS model, storm number 1 looks identical here. Storm number 2, we do get it building near the coast, a little bit less intense. We don't even have an L showing up here because it's not an organized low for the most part. We do have this deep diving snowfall looking almost identical there to the European model. And as this one climbs up the coast, we get a little bit less coastal snowfall and a little bit more inland, which as you can see leads towards heavier snowfall, probably higher snowfall totals. Definitely in the end a more impactful system if this does take place. 992 millibars right near Long Island, bringing extremely heavy snowfall up and down the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. This would be probably one of the more impactful case scenarios. And it drops all the way down into the 960s as far as the millibars are concerned near Maine. So definitely a very, very impactful and strong system. Again, we warm up pretty briefly. Still unseasonably cold, just not nearly as cold by this point. And then we get another round of that severe cold around the 19th, 20th time frame here. And we do get a low, just nothing near what the European model is showing. It has a couple of areas of low pressure along the Gulf and southeast. So there is potential here It definitely also has the storms that we saw on that European model, just not nearly coming together the way they did on that particular model. As we move on, we see that piece of Gulf energy does move up eventually and to the southeast, but it just so happens to occur as we get a little bit more of a mild, more seasonable period here. As we keep going, that's by Wednesday the 24th. We do get another major system moving in around the 25th here. Take this with a grain of salt for sure. And it ends up being a northeast mid-Atlantic system all over again. 996 here with heavy snowfall up and down the mid-Atlantic and northeast here. Certainly would be another impactful system to add to the upcoming pattern. We're going to watch all of this very closely. We even have more down the pipeline, as you can see. They all have been pretty much originating here in the Northwest. We get another one here on the 27th originating. So definitely January looks active. Maybe even moving towards February looks active. We do talk a little bit about that in that Direct Weather 2.0 video. Keep in mind. Here's the total precipitation. Again, as they originate in the Northwest, we do get above average precipitation in this area here. Also in the east, as we get multiple systems moving through this area, this is another area to watch for above average activity. Combined with the cold, leads you to believe snowfall is going to be a big part of this, and sure enough it is. Out west, we get enormous amounts of snowfall, as almost always we do. And then also for the Midwest, through the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast here, we also get above average activity over the next 10 days. Look at all that coastal snowfall as well. Take it with a grain of salt. It is pretty far out, but certainly seeing a lot more for these coastal areas than we've seen if this does take place. GFS model, we get 15 days instead of 10, so we actually just add more to it. Still above average for the West, of course. But look at this kind of plains into the Northeast area here, also including the Mid-Atlantic. Far above average snowfall for this upcoming 15-day period, if this GFS model verifies. Also, look at the lakes. Severe Great Lakes snowfall incoming, lake effect snowfall. That is going to be something to watch, as this model is calling for feet and feet and feet of lake effect snow. Going to be something to watch very, very closely. Of course, this is a good time to mention that we are looking for clients over at Prestige Weather. So if you're a business owner, event holder, organization owner, we love serving you guys. We love bringing accurate, very hyper-local information. Of course, when I'm catering these videos to the entire lower 48, I can't get down to the specifics with you. But if you sign up to Prestige Weather, we have been doing very hyper-local focused information, and it's really all the information that you want. It's highly negotiable. We figure out what kind of information is important for you, your business or organization, and then we deliver just that. We don't make you kind of siphon through it and find what you're looking for. No, we only give you concentrated, highly informative information that is exactly what is crucial for your business. So be sure to reach out to us using the email prestigeweather@gmail.com or the sign-up sheet on our website. Both of those will be in the description and pinned comment down below. Be sure to subscribe for daily weather uploads just like this one. You can even hit the bell icon for daily notifications when we upload so you never miss one. Be sure to like the video if you did enjoy it, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.